The numbers are being called astonishing. Yesterday, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem dropped a bombshell that sent shockwaves through the entire political establishment. More than 10,000 criminal illegal aliens have been arrested in Minneapolis alone since President Trump's second term began 1 year ago today. 3,000 of those arrests happened in just the last 6 weeks. We're talking murderers, rapists, child predators, and what Noem called incredibly dangerous individuals who were killing Americans, hurting children, and raining terror in Minneapolis. Social critic Chris Bray has a very good piece on his Substack analyzing what he calls blue zone collapse. And what Bray argues is that the implosion of progressive cities isn't catastrophic. It's not dramatic like a Hollywood explosion or the way a building demolition looks like. Instead, it's a slow, grinding social and cultural erosion where government and public agencies technically exist, but become functionally useless while demanding ever higher taxes, which only ends up causing more and more residents to leave. It's very interesting because he argues that the pattern is everywhere. And we haven't even mentioned the potholes and basic urban infrastructure that's deteriorating and decaying literally everywhere in blue cities. And what Bray notes here is that there's a doom loop to all of this, what he calls the collapse formula. Democrat regimes impose higher confiscatory taxation while offering less and less services, which causes more and more residents to leave. The more residents that leave, the more radical left the city gets, and the more radical left the city gets, the more confiscatory taxes they impose for less and less services, and the whole thing continues to spiral. And the key here is that government in these deep blue cities, it doesn't cease to exist. It's still collecting taxes, more than ever, in fact. It doesn't cease to exist, but government just becomes increasingly incompetent at performing its most basic responsibilities while extracting more money from taxpayers. San Francisco illustrates this pattern perfectly. Yes, you can still find vibrant neighborhoods and pleasant streets, but the decay is spreading. The functional parts are shrinking, and the trend line points in only one direction. Both realities coexist. Some things don't suck, but the overall system does. The overall system is failing. This isn't a black swan event. It's a decades-long grind where the presence of some things that still work becomes the excuse to ignore systemic collapse already underway.